something dawned on me, and I'm realizing that I don't have friends. But by choice, of course. But you know what? I'm literally okay without having friends and being alone, because a lot of people are terrified of being alone. But what's actually terrifying is realizing that you spent so many years forcing yourself to be around people that only bonded with you over bad habits, just so that you could say that you had friends. And one thing that I learned was that it feels lonely whenever you decide to level up your life. It's so easy to find chaos, but the hard part is true alignment. I think that it's this power that you feel when it comes to just embracing yourself and just being able to sit in your own company, though. When you step away and you begin to embrace isolation for the first time in your life, to actually hear the sound of your own voice, you actually get to figure out who you are when nobody else is judging you, when nobody is projecting their expectations onto you. You get to learn what you actually like, what you actually believe, and what your baseline of peace feels like. I can remember thinking loneliness was such a bad thing. Then I spent long seasons to where I just began to isolate myself. No hanging out, no drinking buddies, no phone calls. It was just me in an empty room and a silent phone. And what I learned while being alone in that quiet space, it actually changed my life. It changed everything that I thought I knew about human connections. So if you're sitting in that room, looking at your phone on a Friday or Saturday night, wondering why you don't have friends and feeling lonely because you outgrew people around you, don't trip, because you're going through a transformation period. See, it's so easy to pull your phone out right now and find somebody who wants to smoke, who wants to drink, who wants to party until sunrise. You can get a text back in 30 seconds. And if you want to sit on the couch for 4 hours and completely tear somebody apart with gossip, you will have an endless supply of people just willing to help you do just that. It's a lot of people out there that are just good at creating conflict and stirring up drama, or just people who drown your potential into temporary distractions. That's what these people specialize in doing. Chaos and drama is cheap, and it's always available. Right now, we live in a culture that only rewards low vibration and low effort energy. It's so easy to mistake a drinking buddy or a gossip partner for a real friend. But you know what? I'm not going to even lie. You probably just have or had a shared addiction to low frequency. But I will say that because we're human and because we crave attention and crave connection, our mind starts to wonder whenever the chaos and the drama doesn't fulfill us anymore. We look at our empty planner on a Friday or a Saturday night, or we look at our phone with no text messages. And I think it's a sense of loneliness. It immediately sets in. We begin to wonder why we're so isolated and lonely. So what do? We start forcing it. We lower our standards. We agree to go to the party that we hate, just so that we can hang out with the people who are just draining our energy. Sometimes we start to participate in the gossip just so that we can sit around people and say, hey, I have friends. But don't force yourself to be around people just to say that you're not alone. You don't owe anyone your time or your peace just to say, I have friends. Because having 100 so-called friends who don't know your heart, who don't understand your vision, and only love you whenever you're participating in their distractions, that's more draining than sitting in an empty room all by yourself. It's okay to outgrow people. It's okay if the things that you used to love doing don't make sense to you anymore. Because right now, you're reading books. You're fixing your mental health. You're getting your finances together. You're going to the gym. Or you're just trying to break generational patterns of trauma. You start doing the hard things that other people are refusing to do. And as you change, you look at the people that you've known for years and you begin to realize that you have absolutely nothing in common. Nothing in common with them anymore. The foods that you once loved, that doesn't even taste the same anymore. It tastes like poison now. You listen to the conversations and your brain, it just checks out. See, when you start standing on top of your own little mountain of just self-improvement, it feels lonely at the top. Once you start talking about visions, healing, and just building a legacy, you look around and you realize that finding someone that's like-minded, they're hard to find. It's hard to find friends who want to wake up at 5 a.m. with you to build a business, to go to the gym. It's hard to find somebody who wants to sit in silence with you and just dissect their childhood traumas so that they can be more emotionally mature for their friend or for their partner. It's also hard to find people who want to talk about investments. One thing that I realized is that true alignment isn't about cutting out bad influences. It's about replacing that chaos with the things that are building you up. When good growth-minded people just go into isolation, they don't just sit around and watch the clock. They turn it up a notch and they start focusing on things that actually matter. Mentally, they stop consuming mindless social media garbage and they start filling their mind with reading and just heavy learning. They pick up books that challenge their perspective. Financially, they stop spending thousands of dollars by trying to keep up with the Joneses and expensive lifestyles. No more buying clothes to impress people that don't even like them. They put their head down and work on gaining new skills, learning how the market works, and creating a second stream of income. Just learn how to be still, practice meditation, and enjoy nature without needing a screen or a companion. Connect with a higher purpose, that's all. Look, I'm not saying that you should live the rest of your life as a lone wolf. We're all social creatures. We need love, we need brotherhood, we need sisterhood, and just real authentic connections. What I am saying is to stop searching for friends because the right ones will come along. You will begin to notice that there are people out there that's running the exact same marathon as you, exact same speed, the exact same reasons that you are. So don't be so desperate because you only attract the wrong people. You only attract people who want to use your energy to drag you into chaos and drama. Just focus on becoming the kind of person that you're looking for. Practice discipline and learn what your passions are. I feel like you gain so much when you go through the seasons of isolating yourself because it forces you to face yourself and finally figure out what you actually believe, what you value, and what you want out of life. So if you are sitting in your room right now, looking at your phone, feeling left out, or just the weight of being the only person who wants more out of life, take a deep, slow breath. Because the loneliness is only the price that you pay of a life of alignment. So those shoes that you once loved, they don't fit anymore. Trust the process and embrace it because your circle will find you. But right now, the only person that you need to build a relationship with is you. So take care of yourself, keep going, and I hope you found value in this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.